Hi guys, welcome back to my beauty channel. So today's video is not going to be a makeup tutorial at all. It's going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to be talking to you guys about our lovely little friends, the beauty blenders. It's going to be like everything you need to know about beauty blenders, like a beauty blender 101. So I've been wanting to get the most use out of my beauty blenders, as I am a self-taught makeup artist and I do YouTube videos, and makeup is my absolute passion. I have been wanting to get to know everything there is about beauty blenders and how to use them properly and the right way. So I did a little bit of research online and I came across this article on allure.com or glamour.com. I don't really remember what website it was, but it was very interesting, and it gave me a lot of tips and tricks on how to use your beauty blender and how many ways we're actually using them wrong to apply makeup, which seems kind of stupid because it's pretty simple. Like, you wet it and you use it, but a lot of us, like myself, have used it wrong. So when I saw this article, I'm like, holy crap, this makes a lot of sense. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys 5 different ways you're using your beauty blender wrong and how to actually use it the proper way. Beauty blender right now is pretty clean because I clean it. And the number one way that you're using this guy right here wrong is that you're using a dirty sponge. Now, a lot of us, like myself, before I found out about all of this, I would use mine dirty. Like, I wouldn't clean it every single time I would apply makeup, which kind of seems gross, I know, and I probably shouldn't. I don't know why I was doing it that way, but I just figured, why am I going to clean it every single time? It's kind of like annoying, but it makes a lot of sense. If you use your sponge dirty from, your previous application, you're only using it with the leftover, you're using it with the leftover makeup, and when you go in to apply your new makeup, it's gonna be cakey. So it's because you're adding more makeup on top of the makeup that it already has soaked in, because these little guys, they soak in a lot of makeup. So you're only caking it, and that's what causes our makeup to look a little heavy and cakey. So always clean your beauty blender with any, they sell the actual beauty blender cleansers in Sephora and anywhere else. So always clean your beauty blender before each use. I'm going to actually put right here the cleanser that I use. It's absolutely amazing. It's from Dr. Bronner's, and I love this bar soap. It takes off the dirt off your beauty blender in like 2 seconds. It's like a miracle. It's like a miracle worker. Number 2, you're using your beauty blender, your one beauty blender, which I had one for so long, but you're using one for 1,000 products. So now Beauty Blender, the company, has put out different colors and different like series of their beauty blenders. So they have the regular original one, and I recently got the Pro one, which is the black one. And they have mini ones for like this area. They have a purple one, so they have different beauty blenders. So if you're using your, depending on what you're applying, if you're using foundation or you're using concealer or you're using a highlighter, if you're a die-hard beauty blender fanatic like I am, I would advise that you stock up on different colors. So let's say I use this one for applying my liquid foundation or powder foundation or whatever, and I'll use this one to go in with you know, maybe a cream contour color or a cream bronzer or something like this. So it just makes it a lot easier for, you know, if you're like a makeup artist, or, you know, you're using tons of different products like I am on your face. It comes in handy to use different colors and different beauty blenders. Number 3, I myself have done this before. I figured, freaking $20 sponge, you know, every couple of months is kind of expensive. I know it seems like that, but it's really, really worth it. I am 100% for this little guy right here. I had gotten another sponge, I don't know, online or on TJ Maxx, in TJ Maxx store or something like that. It was like one of those, you know, sponges, and it cost about $4, $5. And I was like, all right, let me give this a try because it's cheaper and I don't want to spend $20 on another sponge. So I went in, just like with the beauty blender, I wet it under the water and I started applying my foundation. And it just blends so horribly. These imitation sponges are the worst. They're very hard. They're not as, like, you know, as spongy as these, and soft and light. They're like very heavy, very hard. They feel like latex. They're like made out of latex, and they're very weird. They're extremely hard to blend your makeup. It's ridiculous. So, you know, don't buy another sponge because it's cheaper than the beauty blender, or, you know, because you think it's going to work better. It's not. There's nothing that compares to this material of this little guy right here. Nothing. I mean, some people use the Real Techniques one. I haven't used this. I don't know if it's good or not, but nothing ever will ever compare to the beauty blender, like, at all. So tip number 4. I know that everyone knows this. You have to, you know, the recommended way that they tell you to use the beauty blender is using it damp, right? So you wet it and you put your stuff, you put your makeup on. And this is so that the makeup doesn't absorb your makeup. So it actually, when you're putting on your makeup, you're getting like a sheer coverage of, you know, of your makeup. You're not like caking it on right away because the water's already been soaked up in the sponge. I don't know if that makes any sense, but this is what I'm trying to point out here. So if you want to go in with fuller coverage of, you know, your foundation or your concealer, you want to use your beauty blender actually dry. That will allow you to have a more full coverage effect on, you know, on your makeup application, because you're actually putting the makeup on directly from the sponge itself. It's not absorbing, you know, any of the excess makeup to make it look, you know, sheer like how we normally do. We pack it on. But if you want to go directly in with full coverage, all you have to use is your beauty blender dry and just go in. And also, to apply powder, using your sponge, you know, how people use it to, you know, bake and stuff like that, it's better to use your beauty blender dry, because it won't, I have found that when you use your wet beauty blender, like if you dip it into your Laura Mercier powder and you go in, it looks kind of cakey. So you want to use your dry one into your powder and, you know, bake and highlight and all that good stuff. And last but not least, the most important tip I can give you guys about the beauty blender, not dragging it across your face. Before this little guy was invented and came into the beauty world, we used to all use brushes, right, to put on our foundation, you know, in circular motion, you know, rub, 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 rub. So with this guy, you don't want to do that to apply your foundation and your products. You want to use very gentle tapping motions when you are putting on your foundation, because that is going to give you the airbrush look. It's going to give you nice even application, and you're not going to be just rubbing the product from one place to the other on your face. So, and the same thing with the other end, the pointy end, which is, you know, made for these very small areas of your face. You want to also very gently tap the product in there, because you know, not only is this area of your face very delicate, you don't want to be rubbing back and forth because that's not good for your skin. So you want to just gently tap and press in the product when you're doing your makeup. So that is all the tips that I have today, and mistakes that maybe you might have not known before, and now you know. So I just thought that this would be an awesome video to put out there and let my viewers know, in case you are a lover of the Beauty Blender just like I am. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you.